Well, very good afternoon and welcome to the final block on the final day of competition at the Baku Grand Slam. And a very good afternoon to Annette Boehm.
Good afternoon.
Annette, we've seen 5 weight categories today. We've seen some terrific judo with some great ippons. We've got 5 finals to come up. Tell us about the finals that we're going to be seeing and who's going to be taking part.
Yeah, okay, so we go through each category, start with the men under 90 kilo, and it is Noel van te End from the Netherlands. He's in the final against the Japanese Baker Matthew. This is the final under 90 kilo. So the number 1 seed made it until the final. And in the category under 100 kilo, it is Elmar Gazimov of Azerbaijan, also number 1 seed here in this tournament. And he's up against Adlan Bisultanov of Russia.
Bisultanov has shown us some really nice judo today. And Gazimov, the kind of stickability, he's a difficult man to get rid of. And just when you think you may have pushed him over the edge, he clings on, comes back, and then he throws you over the edge. So a tough one there, Gazimov.
Absolutely. So the next final in the heavyweight men will be between Borbana of Hungary and Roy Meyer of the Netherlands.
Bor appears to have been around for so long. I mean, he really does. He came out as a junior, then we saw him in the Europeans in the under-23s for about 4 years in a row. Terrific record there, but just never really done it in the seniors. But here he is in a final. He's up against Roy Meyer, who's a really nice character, got some good throwing skills. Let's see what happens in that one. Yeah,
so let's have a look then to women in the under 78 kilo category. It is the Japanese Ogata Akiri, and she's up against Hoesje Steenhuis, the Dutch fighter.
Hoesje came in here with a little bit of a reputation of being someone who was there or thereabouts, but never really hitting the highs. She's going to have a tough job hitting a high against Ogata Akiri, who looks absolutely determined. You know, she really, really does look determined to stamp her authority on each and every one of the fights that she's been in. And I think she was shaping up for this fight with Kayla Harrison. It never happened because Kayla lost to Daria Pogozelic of Poland. But Ogata and Steenhuis, nice looking final.
Yeah. So let's have a look then to heavyweight women. So it will be Santa Pakinite of Lithuania. And she is up against Svetlana Yaromka of the Ukraine.
With the greatest of respect, we didn't have the strongest of weight categories today with the biggest of numbers either. You know, we had the 11 in there, and the standout fighter is, oddly enough, Svetlana Yaromka. She's short. I was going to say tiny, but she's pretty big. The short Ukrainian has done the job, and here she is in the final. I can't see the Lithuanian getting past her. Yaromka's just got that little bit too much. Disappointment again for Chibisova. She'll be in the bronze medal match, and so too for Caroline Weiss. You know, I really hoped for a little bit more for Caroline Weiss, but she is carrying an injury, and maybe it's just as well that she went out early, didn't aggravate it, because she's got a test tomorrow, I think.
Yes, a test for the police.
Okay.
So she needs to be fit.
Maybe I'll just go back to mention one thing about the under 78 kilo category, and that's, you know, we had the Olympic champion on show here today, Kayla Harrison. There's no doubt about it, absolutely no doubt about it, that she's going to be disappointed with her performance, and she left the mat with steam coming out of her ears, you know, at having lost to Pogozelic. Yeah. Could it have been that she was looking ahead also to the Ogata Akiri? There might have been a little bit of that in there.
That's right, could have, yeah.
But there was, I think, another part of the disappointment is that she wasn't going to fight Ogata, because she probably wanted that fight.
I think so too, yes.
You know, right here.
Was looking for it.
And then, had she done that, she would have been facing Steenhuis in the final, and I think she would have wanted that fight, because she wants those kinds of fights against European fighters for the most part, or, you know, like people like Chermio and Yo, or people who shape up physically, like Mayra Aguiar of Brazil, so she can get to fight those kind of fighters, and she's missed out on it. in the end, she ended up against Dimitrieva, which wasn't, much of a fight. And now she's going to go against Kirsten Thiele, who's a little bit more in the mould of Pogorzelec, slightly shorter and slightly stockier. So she's not ending up with the kind of contest that she wants. But hey, you said earlier on, you can't win them all. And
Yes.
you have to learn from those losses.
And better it happens now than in Rio. And I think you can't always win. And I think it's also important what you make now, how you continue after you lost the fight, or after at a day competition day where you feel nothing is going nothing works for me. Then you really have to prove that you're a real fighter and you're still able to do it on the podium.
Well, we're not going to have long to wait because we've got the under 90 kilo category for men. Once that's done, we'll have the 78 kilo category. So sit back and enjoy the action. Now, the first of the bronze medal matches in the under 90 kilo category features Aaron Hildebrand and Walter Facenti.
Yep.
They're coming into the arena now. That's a look at Facenti. And then Hildebrand. We'll give you some information about that little caption at the bottom there, the Inside the Games link, in a couple of minutes' time. Facenti shaped there to go left-sided. Hildebrand, rather to his surprise, picked up a penalty for stepping out the area. He looked a little bit for a moment like, what? Me? Yeah, he's caught him there. Wazari and now the Osai-Komi.
Yep.
Left-sided. I'm not sure if that's Facenti's strong side.
But still it looks strong, the way he fixes Aaron Hildebrand.
Wazari, Awazeti Ipon, Facenti it is.
Yep.
He takes the first of the bronze medal matches. Someone was chatting to me about the degree of celebrations in judo, and they said that they found them to be quite reserved. We don't have people running around and punching the air and jumping and doing all sorts of stuff. We have had occasions where people take their jackets off and wave them around, but pretty much they are within reason. Facenti's there was pretty subdued, really. Just pulled his jacket open a little bit, had a flash of chest.
Yep.
Mr. John just gave him the hand, calm down, calm down. You are going to be excited, aren't you? Grand Slam medal in front of a
That is normal.
crowd,
There are no machines, and as
Yeah.
long as it is inside the rules, I like it to see also some emotions.
I thought you were going to say you like it to see a chest.
That includes my comment.
Okay, that's included in there, okay. Very well.
So, coming up now the next bronze medal match in the under 90 kilo category. Alexander Kukol of Serbia faces Joachim Trabi of Sweden.
Anna Maria Friedrich is the referee in the middle, looking straight ahead.
Yes, focused.
I'm waiting to see Vladimir Nutsabidze if he can hold his pose today without looking shifty. Here we go then. Alexander Kukol of Serbia faces Joachim Dvaby of Sweden. I wonder if Lars is on the edge of his seat here, waiting for a Swedish win. I say that plenty of people in Serbia hoping that Kukol will do it. He won't have long to wait. Saw Marcus Newman look, he came off the mat slightly worse for wear. I hope he hasn't picked up an injury.
Oh yeah, it's always the worst. Yeah, Judo for Trabi.
Ouch. He just took one there. Took a little bit of a bump to the mouth. Ujigari, and a nice effort it was too, and he couldn't come up with the arm around the waist for the hip technique. That was going to follow, but it was a nice looking Ujigari. Did you get the feeling that it's a technique being used a lot by people? Just
Yes. Yeah.
Seen a few. He's caught him there. Yeah, it was a trip, wasn't it?
And brought himself into danger.
Yeah.
No.
He's not in the best position for bringing this off here. He'd really like he wanted that right arm across the leg. He had it between. It was unfortunate for Dvaby that he didn't fall into that.
And not a big control at the upper half of the body.
Yeah, it was. Couldn't get the arm on the other side. It would have been he would have been in a reasonable position for Oshiro Kezugatami, but didn't work out that way for the Swede. And Kukol was. This is the position here. There isn't enough contact with the upper part of the body and the back, so he couldn't control him. Dvaby, that is, over Kukol, who had the technique that scored. Good turn. Couldn't come up with the Taitoshi. Left-sided was Dvaby's thinking there. Strong arms from Kukol, keeping him out. He knows. A lot of the fighters know now when they've erred and stepped off the contest area. Picks up a second. Shido inside 3 minutes now. Just missed. Able to throw the left leg out there, sit down and wheel his opponent over the outstretched leg. That didn't come off, and he won't be going anywhere with that. The referee will call Mate.
Can't turn him.
He was never going to go anywhere with that. A little over 2 minutes left to go. Dvaby hasn't been able to free his hands for the whole contest.
Yeah, he really has problems.
Pushing them in and making it all tight and looking up the upper part of his body, almost forcing him into that position where he's got two hands on one side. Both hands on one side, and been uncomfortable for Dvaby. He's picked up a third penalty now with a little over a minute and a half left to go. And this time Dvaby avoids getting penalised. It's Kukol who gets caught out. And Anna Maria Friedrich sees that he's just pushing down there. Second whack to the face. So he's got to go right now. Once he gets that hand over
He
on the
needs
same
to.
side. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's got to go right away.
Still a little bit too far away for the outside technique. The left leg from Kukol is standing behind. So bigger distance to get close to him, yeah.
Well, at least we're getting a bit of action now.
Yeah.
Kukol is not interested in Neva's hit. He just wants to keep that clock running and
Yeah.
minimize the amount of time that Dvabi's got to work on him standing up. But now he might have a chance.
Yeah, doesn't look bad.
Should have kept pulling if he could. Really eating up the clock here.
Yeah.
It's not happening. That point
Yep.
you could call it.
I think so too. Yeah.
Well,
Only 18 seconds
yeah.
left.
So he used up about 20 seconds in that Neva's exchange. That's exactly what Kukol wanted, and
Yeah. And you get it.
not as much energy as if he'd stayed standing up. That's really draining. At least he didn't have to stay on his feet. It's going to be enough for him to take this. No, whoa, yes, no, but it's not Ipan for me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Even if I take it back
exactly.
to...
He's going to get a score. The likelihood is they'll downgrade it to Wazari. But that was one of the most generous Ipans I've ever seen. Anna Maria Friedrich is right on top of this. She's got the best possible view.
Yeah.
And, you know, as a high-quality referee, she must have seen exactly what was going on. So the only thing that I can think of is that we've misread it. And we'll see that in the replay.
Yeah.
Well, she's even got that
She's
on
on
her
the-
side.
She's on the other side. Maybe he landed on his neck, on his head.
Well, yeah, the only
Try to avoid the...
Yeah, the only other thing is that it could be a bridge.
Yeah.
Now, if it's a bridge, then she must give Ippon. So it could be that the score is Yuko, but
Yeah.
she's given the Ippon to Dvabi because Kukol bridged. So this time, let's not look at the score. Let's look at any attempted bridge on behalf of Kukol.
For a s-
Well, see, again, the referee's in the best possible position. Just look at the head. Yo, well, he gets, for me, he gets thrown on his head, doesn't he? Rather than trying. He's not attempting to bridge it, he just gets thrown on his head.
But
But
look at
it's the
look
legs.
left,
Yeah.
right leg, the right
Yeah,
leg.
The leg is
Tries
trying
to
to hold
avoid-
him up.
yeah.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
leg is trying to hold him up. Any sign of a bridge, they're going to give Ippon. The final of the under 90 kilo category. Noel van der End of the Netherlands faces Baker Matthew of Japan. It's van der End in the white judogi, Baker in blue. Dvabi, Jureshka and Choriev were van der End's victims on his way to this final. Andreas Hempel is the referee in the middle for this one. Oops! Andreas Hempel with the shifty eyes.
Oh.
We'll have to stop doing that. Two quality throwers here. Van der End and Baker. Ojigari right away, and Yuko very quickly on the board for Baker. We were talking about the Ojigari, and
Yep, there it is again.
Begins by knocking over and to end with that. That was the finish. Baker at the Paris tournament a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
He was fantastic. Really enjoyed watching him there. Didn't he fight Baku in Paris a couple of years ago? That was one of the best fights I've ever seen. There's the right-sided Ojigaru, which just knocks Fan to end off his feet down onto his side. Looking to attack the low right-sided Seonagi.
Yeah, you were right. It was against Gviniashvili last year.
Who did he fight? The fight before that, there were two in a row, really incredibly tough fights that went into golden score. I'm just wondering who.
Became third there in that Grand Slam.
Baker leading by Yuko. He had two tough fights in a row in Paris. Lee Q won.
Mm-hmm.
Did it? Roman Buffet. That was the two of those. They were both golden score. First of all, Baku Gviniashvili, and then Roman Buffet. And after he'd beaten the pair of them, he then lost out to the former world champion Lee Q1. I mean, just too tough. And Lee was there just waiting for him. You know, it's like, okay, you just wear yourself out against, you know. And Buffet was hard because it was in Paris. You know, he fought like an absolute Trojan.
Yeah.
and he fought Buffet after he'd defeated Gviniashvili in a golden score. They just took everything out of him. And then he had to come back to fight Lee Q1, and the Korean just massaged him out of the event. He was completely spent after that. We had, there's some support for Baker Masu in the crowd. There's a Japanese family who've living here turned up to watch the judo, and two little children. They're really excited to see one of the big stars of Japanese judo here. That was neat, and he went outside this time. He normally tries that little koji gaki, but he went outside with it. Koso's gaki that time. Didn't catch Baker though. He would have gone for the right leg. This time he went for Baker's left leg outside, and Baker was still up to defending it. A little over a minute left to go. Single Yuko the lead. See what I mean?
Oof, yeah.
It was right. He was low. Sorry, he was left-sided.
Yeah.
So it was Baker's right leg. Bit defensive now, Baker. He's shutting up shop here. He's he wants to be careful.
Yeah.
Well, the one thing that you can say about Venter End, he's going to go right until the contest is finished. I wanted to avoid saying he's going to go to the end. Half a minute.
Take there. Attempt. Yeah.
You know, he was nice and brave,
Yeah.
stood up tall,
Yeah.
big right leg went over there, attempted the Osodogari, but again, Baker was up to defending it, just making sure that he stays down there. Sorry, left side. My angles mixed up. Nice big left-sided effort at Osodogari. At least we identified the waza, but it's the other side. It was left-sided from. And then the last desperate
Last
effort.
chance. Yes, but yeah, he had to try.
Baker Matthew is the gold medal winner here in Baku. Hirokawa Mitsushi was the coach, not Inoue Koze. I think Inoue had been in the chair earlier on, but in the final, Hirokawa sat in. I think Hirokawa is going to be there for Ogata, if I'm not mistaken. We shall see. Gold medal for Baker Matthew, silver to Noel van der End. Martin Arins was just indicating to Noel van der End it's just the one mistake
Yeah.
that he made. He caught you once. What do you think? I think it's good enough, yeah?
Absolutely. Right side.
Yeah, nice attack, brought him down.
Yeah, no arm in between.
It was a good one. Right, the first of the bronze medal matches in the under 78 kilo category here is Annette Berm to do the introduction.
Yes, it's Kayla Harrison from the United States of the America on the left side, and on the right, the German Kerstin Thiele. We spoke about Kayla earlier on.
Erika Miranda, hello. Rafaela Silva, come on, you can say hello. Stop biting your nails, she tells her. Ooh. Almost said it. That was Yulia Ritsova, who's got the fingernail problem, the little Russian blonde hair. Fought in the under 52 kilo category. Just stepped off that.
Kochi Gari attempt from Kerstin Thiele.
And a little stab at Ojigari there, and then a low left-sided Seonagi. The attempt from Kirsten Thiele.
Yeah. Tries to turn her. It's a nice attack from the German. Judo for dropping down for Thiele.
A little over a minute and a half left to go. Just a single Shido at the moment against Kirsten Thiele. So not out of it.
Big hip technique from Kayla. Thiele landed on her knees. Now she's a little bit on pressure.
Yeah,
Stepped out. Cleverly done by Kayla.
Just managed her on that edge, didn't she? A second penalty now. Single score would win it though.
Mm-hmm.
Turnover. Thiele then defending well,
Yeah.
almost turned, but managed to get back onto her front, and then no chance of working anything from there. Oh, not a bad little effort. Right-sided.
She had one earlier on that was even better.
Last roll of the dice here for Kirsten Thiele. And this time it's Harrison who wanders off the mat. Suppose he could give Kayla a warning, but it's not going to do any, not going to make any difference. Still wearing a rather disappointed look on her face at the moment. Kayla Harrison, not the day that she had planned.
Yeah.
Still, it's when the days don't go your way and you still end up on the podium that you've got to say, okay, at least I've salvaged something from it. And that's how Kayla Harrison's going to look at today.
Yeah.
You know, What have you got coming up next then? Second bronze medal match.
Yes.
All right then. Annette Boehm's going to tell us who we can expect to see.
Yes, it's Mahinde Verkerk of the Netherlands, and she's up against the Polish fighter Daria Pokozelic.
Pokozelic it was who defeated Kayla Harrison. She
Yeah.
then went on to lose to Ogata Akiri of Japan. Mahinde Verkerk lost out to her teammate, Usha Steinhaus.
Yes. In the semi-final.
William Roscoe of Cuba is the referee for this one. Some of the Polish team, and there are our visitors from Osaka. Apparently they've been living in Baku for a year. Not quite sure what they're doing here, but perhaps
Wow.
that's more information than we really need to know. Verkerk in the white judogi, Pokozelic in blue. The second of the bronze medal matches in the under 78 kilo category. Ooh, nice effort there from Pokozelic. This time she went for the Ippon Seoinage, wrapping up or taking the whole arm this time. Quite often it's Morote Seoinage. But this time really got hold of the whole arm there, threw herself into it and almost threw Verkerk.
Some Ashiwasa. Finally, a Uchimata attempt, a weak one, but an attempt at all. Big outside attack.
Left-sided again, yeah.
Yeah, from Pokozelic.
You see, with Pokozelic, the attacks are so determined that you have to defend them first.
Yep.
And in defending them, your own efforts to counter are slowed down because it's a genuine attack, it's a good strong attack, and you have to defend it, you have to block it first. By the time you then think about going for the counter, she's out of it.
Yeah.
You know? If it's a weak one, if it's not that strong, your first reaction is to try and counter.
Yeah.
But with Pokozelic, okay, well that one, you know, she went right through, and that was another effort.
Yeah.
There, she's really putting on quite a little burst here of energy. Verkerk's got to be careful that she doesn't fall behind on attacks and then pick up a passivity penalty. She hasn't quite got the Baker Massieu finish that we saw this morning.
Yes.
It's asking a bit much, isn't it?
An attempt from Verkerk. Nice answer from the Polish fighter. Seconds left. Oh, and now there's the first Judo given to Verkerk.
4.
I haven't seen it. Can only be
Gotta be, isn't it?
passivity, yeah.
She's a spirited little fighter, Pogozelic.
Yep.
You know, she may not be flashy or come up with the biggest throws, but one of those fighters that you got to get past. Who was it that we were talking about yesterday had that kind of way about her? Look, you know, no way through. All right at the end. Hurry up. Bogozelic comes up with the win there.
So they check it if this attack was no.
Yeah,
they
I also
decided
think
it's
so. Yeah, yeah,
just a part of a second after
yeah. I agree.
the signal.
Daria Pogozelic of Poland wins out over Marhinda Verkerk of the Netherlands. Let's take a quick look at the highlights then. Here we go then, Annette.
Yes, the final in the under 78 kilo category. So in white, on the left side, Akari Ogata of Japan, and she's up against Guusje Steinhaus of the Netherlands.
Pogozelic, Dmitrieva, Powell, and Taut were the victims on Ogata's route to the final. Jose Manuel Cortez is the referee in the middle, and there is Guusje Steinhaus. Ogata takes to the mat now.
Outside attack, low and not far away, but yeah, a little bit, not the closest, but still a Yuko.
I'd like to have seen where it said about her favourite technique and whether it actually said Osotogari there, because she's employed that on a couple of occasions today, as she did there. I wonder if she lists that as a favourite technique. Steinhaus is going to have to look out for that. Shaping to go on that side again, isn't she?
Mm-hmm.
Just having a good look in that direction.
Both are extremely left-sided. It makes it difficult. Both want to go to completely different directions. Now the outside attempt from Steenhuis. Oh, gee.
Well, it really is up to Steenhuis to make something happen here. Trails by a Yuko. A little over a minute and a half left to go. Ochigari.
Again, yep.
I don't think there's any question of Ogata losing steam in this.
Yep. How hard she's fighting to get a grip there with the left arm and the neck. Really got problems to bring her upper body out of balance. Steenhuis. Really compact.
Ooh,
Whoa,
yes.
Makikomi.
Yeah.
That was strong. But sorry for that. That was good. So she decided to change the grip. Went for the Makikomi, the cross grip, and then wade straight into that Harai Makikomi.
All or nothing for Ogata now. She can't get Steenhuis upright. She's going to find that too far to get across now.
Yep.
Steenhuis is just going to block her out. She doesn't care about the penalty here or there.
Yeah.
20 odd seconds to go. You can see with the right arm just pushed into the ribs of Ogata there. Anything to keep her away. And now there isn't the power there from Ogata to come across.
Yep.
To take it from the Japanese. So Husha Steenhuis of the Netherlands takes it.
Seems to be her first Grand Slam gold.
Yeah.
Her first IGF World Tour gold at all.
Wow.
Yeah. Some results or some medals. A silver and a bronze.
Samakov Junior Europeans was the first time I ever spoke to Husha Steenhuis, and I thought there are problems here for the 78 kilo category, because when this young kid gets strong, you know, it's going to be dangerous. She's still pretty young.
22. Yeah, right.
Have a look and see when Samakov was. That must be 2009 or something. Oh,
2010 it
2010.
was. Yeah, lost the final
Yeah.
against the Bulgarian.
Who doesn't matter any longer. The Bulgarian's no longer around. She hasn't stayed the course. Whereas Husha has. The only other person around is Ivana Maranic. She's still about.
Wow.
Right, we've got the awarding ceremony in the under 90 kilo category coming up. And I'm going to leave Annette Byrne to give you a rundown of the medal winners. Here's Annette.
Yes. So the two bronze medalists. Joachim Twabi of Sweden and Walter Facente of Italy. Silver goes to the Dutch fighter Noël Fontaine. And the winner in the under 90 kilo category is Baker Matthew of Japan. Baker number 3 concerning the ranking, the world ranking list, and 2 Japanese are in front of him, Nishiyama Daiki and Yoshida Yua. Baker number 3.
Well, with a performance like this, and as you know, as long as he's in the top 22, it's then down to the Japanese to choose. Where did you say he was on the world ranking list?
He's the 3rd.
But on the IJF world ranking list.
Then we have to check.
And now the national anthem of Japan.
Well, he's ranked at the 24th place.
Right, okay, so when you take out one or two others, he may sneak in at 22 as things are right now, but by the time we come round to Rio, he's going to be further up.
Yeah.
And especially after today. You know, he's just taken gold here, so 300 points on top of that. What is it for, it's 4, I think. 4 for a Grand Slam. We can check with Mr. Fisher. He'll let us know. In any case, he's going to be a little bit further up. Now we've got the bronze medal matches coming up in the under 100 kilo category. Ramadan Darwish of Egypt faces Haga Ryonsuke of Japan. It'll be Darwish in the white judogi, Haga in blue. And if you're wondering about the little web address down at the bottom, www.insidethegames.biz/polls.96, that is in connection with the poll that Inside the Games is conducting about whether or not you agree with what was said by the President of the International Judo Federation and the President of Sport Accord, Mr. Marius Fiese. You can read about those comments on the web, but you can go to that poll and click either yes or no, depending on how you feel about it. Just give us your opinion on that, or give Inside the Games your opinion on that. We're underway with the first of the bronze medal matches. Darwish has always got an incredible amount of strapping on his hands, and it always amuses me to refer to it almost like a mummy. Because he's from Egypt. Sorry about that. I couldn't resist it. Oh, nice turn.
Yeah.
You know, Darwish, I really believe that if they hadn't had so many problems in the preparation of their team, that Darwish could be a world beater, because he's right up there.
Yeah.
We've really been hampered in preparing the Egyptian team with things beyond their control.
Judo for stepping out. Although he managed it to get in. Haga tries to control the left arm from Darvish. .245, still plenty of time. And that was the score, the Yuko, yeah, good view. Cross grip. So Judo for the cross grip, and at the same moment, and I think this is correct, a Judo for Darvish for being passive. Just the way he stood, he tried to avoid that Haga gets his grip, and this is also, it's defensive.
Inside the last 2 minutes, then that single Yuko scored by Darvish. He's picked up the second penalty, isn't it? As just said. Unusual, untidy Makikomi effort from Haga. I've never seen him try that. And he was lucky that we showed that angle. Because had we shown another angle, it would have looked pretty poor. Haga must be tired.
And he feels that he has difficulties to come close to him, close to the other side, to the right shoulder from Darvish.
Do you know something? That wasn't a bad effort in the end. The leg just wasn't there. And he had no kazushi in that. He really hadn't tried to break his balance and bring Darvish onto him. And that's why he collapsed like a sack of potatoes in front of him. He just dropped at Darvish's feet there.
Oh! Kochi.
In a way, in the chair this time. Nice tie, Koze.
Similar to yours, huh?
Well, that's why I said.
Maybe the same.
Oh. Good choice of tie by the Japanese head coach.
Chimata attempt, weak one. Tactically, Darvish is doing a good job, I really must say. He really doesn't give Haga the chance for his attacks, the way he stands, He only offers him the right side, the left side, beg your pardon, of his body.
It's happening to you now.
Yeah.
Not the only one then. Just showing him one side. Oh, he was lucky to get away with that.
Yeah. Now he's a little bit more open.
If I'd been Haga, I'd have moved away and claimed he wants a score though, doesn't he? Want to mess around with Shido. He wants him up. Oh, what's Haga doing there?
Yeah.
A little bit untidy now from both fighters. And it's got to be Darvish to take a penalty there. Third one, 5 seconds to go. He's not going to worry about that. It's done Haga now. He even comes up with the Koji right at the end. And as Annette said, he did what he had to.
Yes, it wasn't the most attractive fight, but in the end,
Very
the
well
result
put.
for Darvish is important. So he was successful with his with his tactic in that fight.
Very well put. Admittedly, and I'm sure that Darvish would admit it, it's not the most attractive, but he had something else in mind rather than let's look good. He had let's win.
Also an important point. I mean, you are the king if you can combine both. Win and show good judo. But to do it like that for 5 minutes, it's really hard, really, because you know the Japanese, there comes a point where they come through with their technique. They have one possibility and they use it. So, because of the tactical cleverness from Darvish, Haga didn't get this chance, this second, to go into his throw, his technique.
We got the second of the bronze medal contest coming up, and this should please the home crowd. What a contest in store here. Elkan Mamadov of Azerbaijan faces Jorge Fonseca of Portugal. Two incredibly dangerous throwers here, and we've seen both of them throw beautifully today. And in the case of Fonseca, we have seen him thrown beautifully today.
Yeah.
When Mamadov's teammate, Elmar Gazimov, got hold of him. Who's going to go over this time?
Strong outside attack and followed by a Sionage attempt. Again, really brave for the Portuguese, because he's a little bit shorter, and it's almost always dangerous if you are shorter to attack at the outside technique. If you're not 100% sure that the balance from your opponent is on that leg, it's dangerous of being countered. Yeah. So the first attacks came from Fonseca. Let's see what Mamadov has for us. I think he just received a Judo for passivity. weak one.
Yeah, Fonseca felt that coming, didn't he? The second
Yeah.
that Mammadov got going, it was blocked. Ooh,
Missed.
little stab there at the Kyoichi. Chance for the Shimiwaza. Not sure that it's there though. Fonseca
Yeah.
slipped out of that.
Defensed early enough.
It only took one guy to start shouting Elmar, and the whole crowd joined in, didn't they?
Yeah.
Single Shido against the Azeri. Left-sided effort
Yeah.
there. Almost had his man going. Hands got tied up a little
Yeah.
bit.
It looked promising, but no score.
Ashiwaza. And now the Osoto.
And the
Almost
counter.
almost
Yeah.
countered.
Whew.
Last roll of the dice here. He's brought him down onto his
Definitely
front.
too late. Even it was,
Yeah.
I think, it was after. This was my feeling.
Now, there's an important point here.
Okay. When the technique started, you mean?
Well, that's one part of it. The other thing, however, is
Was it on the...
the referee in the middle, he can't hear.
Yeah?
He can't hear that. When that buzzer goes, he can't hear it. Fonseca takes the bronze medal.
His coach said, hey.
I think if you look at Mammadov, that's the best indication.
Yes, he
that
didn't
even
believe.
He didn't think it was a score.
Yeah, absolutely.
We come now to the final of the
Yeah.
under 100 kilo category. Elmar Gazimov of Azerbaijan faces Adlan Bizoltanov of Russia. It's Gazimov in the white judogi, Bizaltanov in blue. These two have gone head-to-head 4 times. 3 times last year, once the year before. Gazimov won 1 of them. Bizaltanov took the other 3. So,
okay, good. This is
however,
statistics.
Gazimov took gold in Samsun earlier this year and Tbilisi.
Okay.
And he was 3rd place in Baku last year, so there's a little bit about him.
Yeah.
2 against 17 as far as the IJF World Ranking list is concerned. Thanks very much for that.
Both need to get the grip on the sleeve. Judo now for both that. For the defensive fighting. Whoa. Great counter. No score, he landed on his bottom. But a good chance for him. Judo each. Half the contest is already gone. Oh, he catched him. Good reaction there from Bizaltanov. Received the Yuko for it. Oh, tries to get his foot out. Trap too strong from Gazimov. But the Yuko leading now for the Russian.
Minute and a half.
Yeah.
Sorry, Anna.
Yeah, just threw him with his arms. And he leaned back too much, Gazimov, whilst he tried to come up with this Ashiwasa. Yeah.
Almost brought him down.
Yeah, and a really strong defense from Gazimov, from Bisultanov. This counter, the hip.
I'm sure he would have liked to have. He's got just a little bit lower there, and I think maybe it didn't give him the proper power base because he was just a little bit high up, and that's maybe what gave Bisultanov the chance to bring him down.
Yeah.
Half a minute left to go. Bisultanov beginning to tire here.
Mm-hmm.
And pick up the penalty for an overly defensive posture, but it's the other way. Colleague should point that out to him.
And that's it.
Bisultanov has done it again. So back-to-back losses. First in the bronze medal match for Mamadov, and now the gold medal contest. Gazimov not able to get past Adlan Bisultanov of Russia, who takes the gold medal here at the Baku Grand Slam.
Gold medalist in blue for Russia. Adlan Bisultanov.
We're going to have some highlights and then the awarding ceremony for the women in the under 78 kilo category. But just a quick reminder about the www.insidethegames.biz/poll/96. Your chance to vote with regard to the poll being conducted by Inside the Games about comments made by the president of the International Judo Federation and the president of Sport Accord. And do you agree with them or not? There's a chance for you to go and go to that site and have your say. Right, let's go down to the far end of the competition hall and have a look at the awarding ceremony. Here's Annette Byrne.
So, in the category under 78 kilo, the two bronze medalists. Daria Pokuselic of Poland and Kayla Harrison of the United States of America. Two bronze medalists. Silver goes to Ogata Akari of Japan, and gold to Lucia Steenhuis of the Netherlands.
Gata, Steinhaus, Pogozelic and Harrison. Not necessarily in that order. Is that how we would have picked them out today? Harrison on the podium, yeah. Maybe Natalie Powell, but Ogata was in there, so yes.
Mhm.
Only Steinhaus could be.
Yep.
Now the national anthem of the Netherlands.
Thank you very much. Your picture will be in Judo.
Hirscher Steinhaus is looking pretty good, isn't she?
Yeah. It was her day.
Coming up next, the bronze medal matches in the plus 78 kilo category. Here is Annick Böhm to give you the introductions.
Yes, it's a pleasure because there's a German, Jasmin Kulps. And she's up against Ksenia Shibisova, the Russian. That would be a good fight. I also love to see Shibisova. For the heavyweight, she got the perfect body. She's tall, she got the weight, and she also got the technique. So, her teammates. And yes.
She stopped biting her nails there.
Yeah. Maybe she's listening to us.
Slightly more relaxed.
Yeah.
Than earlier on. Who was it that gave her some nerves then? Not quite sure. Nervous about something. Anyway, Chibisova is on the mat against Jasmin Kulps. I've got no doubt, absolutely no doubt now that I've looked at the record of Steinhaus, because she beats the Olympic silver medalist in the first round. She beats the 2009 world champion in the second round. She beats the Olympic silver medalist in
The third round.
in the third round, and in the final, she beats the Japanese. So
Yeah. Makikomi.
Oh, nice from
Yeah.
Kulps.
Left-sided.
Quite,
Wasari leading.
yeah, can't quite secure the Osai-komi.
Yeah.
Nice Makikomi though.
Yeah. Good control. Just in the end, she couldn't manage it to hold her because the arm, there was only the hand from the left hand from Shibisova.
Jean-Pierre Joubert indicating to Kulps that, to Chibisova that she's not moving Kulps in the right way.
Yep.
You stand flat-footed, she's gonna catch you. The bigger heavyweights, that's what they're waiting for. As soon as you stay put, bang,
Yeah.
over you go. You need some movement.
An attack to bring Kulps out of balance. Osoto Makikomi.
Yeah.
Sasai attempt. Oh, she's very open, Jasmin. Uchigari attempt then from the Russian. Which is turned now. Half the contest is gone. It's still a long time. I mean, a minute 50. Close to. Breathing heavily, Shibisova. There again, was close to score. To a second one.
And I should have mentioned about Ogata, silver medalist at the World Championships. In 2011, when she lost to Audrey Chermio in the final with that beautiful Ashi was her.
Yeah. 2011 it was.
Yeah.
In Paris.
Audrey Chermio threw her beautifully. So that's the kind of background of the fighters that Hershey Steinhaus overcame today.
Yeah.
That does it for me.
Shido now for blocking the arm. Left seconds. Left few seconds.
That one score is going to be enough. Be annoyed at getting caught like that. The one time that she was flat-footed, she got caught. And Jean-Pierre Gilbert was quite right, saying, you know, I told you, keep moving. Jasmine Kurbs takes the bronze medal there. We'll have some highlights, and then we'll be back with the second of the bronze medal matches. Was a good Makikomi, wrapped the arm up really nicely and overwent the Russian Chibisova. Coming up next, Belkiskaya of Turkey faces Rochelle Nunes of Brazil. Belkiskaya in the white judogi, Nunes in blue. Bruno Cavallo is the referee. Nunes is not the number 1 pick for Brazil at this weight. That's Maria Suellen-Althaman.
Yeah.
She's their go-to heavyweight, if you like. Just the one heavyweight entered here, though. Left-sided effort. A chance here for Belkacem. Beautifully done.
Yes,
Slow,
really.
but I think it might be better.
For Kaya.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I think it's
Yeah.
Wazzari even. Well, you know, there it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey. It was slow. It was slow.
But
it was
controlled.
absolutely well done, Annette.
You're welcome.
That was the key here.
Yeah.
It was consequent.
Oh. That out of your mouth. But you're right, absolutely. And
She knew what was coming.
Yeah.
She knew what was coming. She felt the attack. She blocked it, took it over, controlled her. And I think the only thing that was lacking there was the speed. And that was probably why Nuna Kavala wanted to, you know, downgrade it to Yuko. But they've come up with Wazzari, a good score for Belkacem, and she leads with 2.5 minutes left to go. Bizaltanov got past Mamadov, but only on the back of him having picked up 2 Shidos and 1, so kind of edged him out there. Let the crowd down a little bit, because they then wanted Gazimov to take things up, and unfortunately for them in the final he couldn't manage it. So a little bit of disappointment for the home fans.
yeah.
They haven't got the super heavyweight, so
Oh, that's right. There's nobody.
they're going to miss out with the big guys.
Where are they?
Lots of little fighters in Azerbaijan. You notice that. Masses of kids they've got. They really, the children are absolutely crazy about judo here.
But the thing is, Kaya just needs to get her under control. Doesn't need to risk anything. But Nunes has to. She has to take the risk.
And once she gets past that leg,
Yeah.
Osaikomi, and it's not often that you see fighters the size of Kaya overturned and Osaikomi.
Yeah.
So Nunes going to lose out here.
A heart.
Wow.
This is cute.
Okay.
A heart to the fans.
Well,
I like it.
You know they're going to be well received in Azerbaijan, the Turkish winners.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, she knows how to get on the highlights reel. Right, Annette, here's the final.
Yes.
Take it away.
So the final is between Santa Pakenito of Lithuania and Svetlana Yaromka of the Ukraine.
From Russia, please welcome Mr. Vladimir Kostrikov. In the final, in blue for Ukraine, number 12 at the world ranking, Svetlana Yaromka.
Yaromka and Pakenita, two kind of old style smash bang wallop heavyweights, old school. Chibisova for me is the direction in which heavyweights want to be heading. It's got the weight, but there's the height and there's a more athletic build there. It's a kind of Franziska Kornitz as well. You know, that kind of slightly more athletic build. They're heavy, they've got the weight, but some of it is healthy body weight. Yaromka never fails to surprise me with the ways that she finds to win. She comes out there looking, you know, dwarfed by some of her opponents, and yet finds a way to win. She's another one of those fighters who, the longer she's on the mat, the better the chance she's got, because she does wear down her opponents. Her Ukrainian teammate, by the way, is another one in that mould that really should be looking for better results. Isn't here this weekend. We saw her last week. They've given her a bit of a rest. A good effort outside there.
Yeah,
couldn't
brave.
Couldn't get the Osota and then couldn't change direction.
Yeah. Maybe with an attack at the inside, the Ochi or something like that.
Yeah.
I think that would be the key.
Yelisaveta Kalanina is the heavyweight I'm talking about. It's got to be the same height. I think she's a bit taller than Pakenita.
Taller and a little bit smaller.
Yeah,
That's right.
Scary looking shot that was, with Pakenita coming at you. That's what Yaromka's got right in front of her.
Yep, a little bit closer. And she felt it.
I think she did. She was backing up. 2 penalties picked up by the Lithuanian, just the one by the Ukrainian, so a slight advantage to Yaromka at the moment. Both fighters just tied up there.
Yeah.
So referee calls mate. Passivity penalty to both of them, and Pakenita picks up her third, Yaromka her second.
So Temi Vasa attempt. She is trying to get her leg out. It doesn't look bad, to be honest.
Just the foot. Now there it is.
Oh my God! Wow.
Now, nice movement from a big fighter quickly into the
absolutely.
Keisugatami, having got the leg out. She had to move the legs round very, very quickly, throw them round, and that was done, and now that looks tight.
Yep.
Very well done. I told you, Iromka surprises you with the ways that she finds to win. That really puts Yelisaveta Kalanina way down in the thinking of the Ukrainian team. They're not going to be picking anybody else but Yaromka. Why would you? You know, when Yaromka can come out and walk away with gold medals at a Grand Slam, and Kalanina can't get out the second round. As much as you want to go with one athlete, they're not producing anywhere near the results that Yaromka is. So that's where you go. Right, we've got the awarding ceremony for the men in the under 100 kilo category, and here's Annette Böhm with the medal winners.
Yes. So, the 2 bronze medalists are ready. Just want to wait until they come up now. So we start. The bronze medalist, first one of Portugal, Jorge Fonseca. And the second one, Ramadan Darwish of Egypt. So silver goes to Elmar Gazimov of Azerbaijan. And this is the gold medalist in the under 100 kilo category, Atlan Bisultanov of Russia.
Well, he's really opened the gap up with Gazimov, defeating him again. 4-1 now. It was 3-1 earlier on, but 4-1 now. Just turned in there, Bisultanov.
And the flowers are presented by the first Olympic champion of Azerbaijan. And now, ladies and gentlemen, please all rise for the national anthem of Russia.
Now the national anthem of Russia. Just quickly before we move on to the plus 100 kilo category, one of the difficulties for Iromka is that in this event, only Yasmin Kulbs was ahead of her as far as the world ranking list was concerned.
Yeah.
So when you look at the others ahead of them, Masasa, Tachimoto Megumi, Yamabe Kanae, Francisca Konitz, Neil Chikrahu, Emily Andiol, Maria Suellen Altman, Yu Song and Idalis Ortiz. That's a lot of people ahead of her. Very few of whom I think she's got the beating of, to be honest. So Iromka, despite coming out on top here, still has a very, very tough time ahead of her. There's Yulia Ritsova again. I think the cameramen have taken a shine to the little Russian with the blonde hair, yeah? Oh well. Coming onto the mat now, Alexander Goryenko of the Ukraine faces Andrei Volkov of Russia. It's Goryenko in the white judogi, Volkov in blue. Uchimata from Goryenko, and then a coach, and he's in control there as he comes down, and I think that he can claim a score there.
Oh, how strong he is.
Volkov just rolled him over.
It's looked so easily.
Has he got the leg trapped? No, he hasn't.
Still say coming.
Now he traps the leg. Maybe not. Oh, okay.
It was 100% close, the legs.
Andrei Volkov rolling Goryenko over with unbelievable ease. Never looked as though he was going to hold him, Goryenko, there, did he?
Yeah. Didn't waste any time for the in the final block.
Into the arms of the waiting coach, Taov. All right, well, he may have looked as though he was going to hold him for a second, because Minakawa did actually call a Saikomi for Goryenko. Didn't take long for it to get turned over, did it?
Yeah.
So one over fairly quickly. His teammate now has another go at getting Russia a medal. Aslan Kambiev will face Levani Matiashvili of Georgia. It's Matiashvili in the white judogi, Kambiev in blue.
In blue for Russia, number 41 on the world ranking, Aslan Kambiev.
Taov, the Russian coach, has stayed in, might as well, because...
Also another one. Well, we saw the...
Yeah. But he stayed out there because he had one fighter before, so I might as well stay. Both fighters pick up passivity penalties. Not a great deal happening in that first
Yeah.
45 seconds, so Vladimir Litka, the referee, deciding to encourage them a little bit.
Yes, that's the right word. Encouraged to win the bronze medal.
Both fighters have picked up a penalty apiece, and now Matiashvili collects a second. Little over 3 minutes to go. I'm delighted to be joined by Noel van der End. Good afternoon,
Yeah.
Noel.
Hello.
We're not going to talk to you too much about the day, although it can't be a bad day when you're on the podium and you haven't fought your best.
Yeah, that's true, but I would like to win when I'm in the final.
Of course.
You can
Of
only
course.
lose now.
Noel is obviously waiting for the upcoming contest when his teammate Roy Meyer faces Borbana of Hungary, but that'll be the last contest. Matiashvili with the Makikomi, but he fails. He lost contact with the arm and just collapsed on his front. Little over 2 minutes left to go. Still feeling okay?
No, I'm feeling
After
okay.
that, yeah.
I need to
Okay.
wait for doping. I need to go and pee.
Okay.
Not now yet, but soon.
What's up next for you after this? You go to the Masters?
Yeah, in 2 weeks.
Okay, so a
Yeah.
little bit of time,
Yeah,
Yeah,
a little bit of time to recover.
recover and get ready for the next one.
Yeah, it's been busy for me.
It's all shaping up nicely though for you as far as the future's concerned,
I'm climbing up still.
Yeah.
Still going better and better.
and it's looking good. Nice techniques earlier on today.
Yeah.
A few good wins.
Mm-hmm. Only the final was not as I had planned, you know.
It's first time you faced Baker,
Yes,
is it?
yeah, first
Yeah.
time I had him in
Yeah.
my hands.
Yeah.
Smart judoka, that's what I know.
Yeah, and he is a little bit different
Yeah.
from your traditional Japanese fight. He came with a little bit more tactics as well. He made
Yeah.
it difficult for you in the end and didn't want to grip up and gave you one side to look at. And
He was smart.
Yeah.
He got a judo and then
That was
he just quit the fight. Yeah, it
That's
was
what we
like,
said.
Yeah,
You shut up shop, that was it.
yeah. I tried to
know.
to do stuff, but
I'm
yeah,
not open for
it-
business.
Yeah,
After
it
that
was
was it.
I want to go home. He said.
Possible that you may have done the same thing though.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, probably I would. Yeah.
Annette Berman and I were saying far better to face him here and work that out here, go away and work things out with your coach. Oh, that was neatly done. The big man now with the Osai Komi as well. Better to work it out here than
That's what my
In
coach
Rio.
also said. Like,
Yeah.
It's good that you felt him now, and then
Yeah. and just
next time you know.
and the single, that was the single slip. The rest
Yeah.
of it, you
Yeah.
know, nicely done by Matiashvili. And nice to see a Georgian finishing off in Newaza as well. Slightly unusual set of circumstances there, but Kambiev just collapsed, didn't he, there? Nice bit of work with the Ashiwaza, and then after that, it was done and dusted. Not going to move a man the size of Matiashvili easily. But it's nice to hear you're healthy and not overly disappointed
No.
about coming away at a Grand Slam silver.
It's a pity since last year I also got second here, so it's not like something is moving up. I don't move up the ladder. I just stay.
But you know what they say, third time lucky.
True, true. we're gonna see.
You got to say something
but-
positive.
Also, say 3 times second on the Grand Slam.
Yeah.
So I was hoping this time I was lucky.
All right, well, we're going to give you a little bit of space because it makes you less tense if you're not having to sit here when
Yeah.
you want to watch the final with
Yeah, I want to cheer for.
Roy Mayer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank
You take care, Noel. Always
thank
good to
you.
see you. And thanks for
Right.
dropping in and saying hello.
Bye-bye.
Noel van der End, who took the silver medal in the under 90 kilo category, and now we're going to be joined again after the highlights by Annette Bohm. She's congratulating Noel van der End. That's going to take a while. One more contest to bring you, and it'll be the final of the plus 100 kilo category. The two contestants are Borbana of Hungary. He faces Roy Mayer of the Netherlands. It'll be Bohr in the white judogi, Mayer in blue, and we've got Annette Bohm back with us after having
Was it nice, huh?
congratulating Superman.
Yes.
No, it's not. It's Uyana Babiuk in the middle. Refereed at the Olympic Games in London. There she is. If I'm not mistaken. She's got the Rio badge on. Hopeful of getting selected to go to referee there. Why not? If you're one of the best in the world,
Yeah.
stand a good chance. Borbana in white, Roy Mayer in blue. Closing out this Baku Grand Slam. The quality of the judo has been good here, that's for sure. Seen some really, really good stuff. Just a little tap of the foot there, the left foot from Bohr. Not really enough to unsettle Mayer. No foot movement there from Mayer. So poor was that particular effort that he's picked up a penalty for a false attack. He really needs to move Bohr, that's the thing. Doesn't want to try and slug it out with him. Mayer's got the beating of Bohr. He's beaten him twice. On the two occasions that they fought, he's beaten him both times. So I'm not going to go into what kind of tactics he should employ because he's 2 for 2. leave it to work out what's best. But at the moment, a bit of a stalemate. 2 penalties picked up by Maya. Bohr's just collected the 1. So there's a slight advantage at the moment to the Hungarian Bohr. That's a better effort there from Maya. A little bit of movement going across to try and throw right-sided with Osodagari. And now he should come back with that little Seoinage. Straighten up Bohr, that's better. And then didn't settle himself there for the strongest attack. As I say, it's up to Bohr to determine what the best tactics are. Time to step up the rate of attacks, though. That would help. Certainly keep Bohr out of the attack. If Maya were to be first to the attack, that would be a good plan. Slightly better footwork there. He got a little bit closer to the target area. And that's why Bohr had to spend a bit of time in blocking that. There you go. You just needed a couple of attacks, and now things are level again. That's all you need to do. You know, it's really not rocket science. Just stayed in there with the tempo, and now both fighters have been penalised twice. Bohr now attacks. Maya doesn't want this going any further if he can. You know, he's not best in golden score. So if he can, he should try and end this now. The Osodagari wasn't bad. Had a good effort there. If he can work it as a combination, then on the way out, he almost turned him.
Could have been, yeah.
Yeah. Osotan on the way out, if he fails there, he can always turn with his little Seoinage. It's a desperate lunge there for me. It's an unnecessary risk to take. It's not what he's good at. Osodo, and then Seoinage on the way out. Well, we're going to have a little bit more of the plus 100 kilo category final. Here we go then. First one to score wins it. Uchigari maybe from Maya, or a little Kosodagari from Bohr. They got wrapped up for a time there.
This time. Whoa.
Yeah.
Good reaction.
Yeah, it was.
Yep.
That was the Ojigari that we were talking about. The Kosodagari counter. Bohr happy to have pulled one back as he catches Maya in the golden score period for Yuko.
Didn't take long.
No, it didn't. It's the Hungarian who takes the gold medal in the plus 100 kilo category. Borbana. Silver medal goes to Roy Maya, who continues his points collection there. Yeah, good Yuko there by Borbana. We've got 2 awarding ceremonies to come up. We've got the awarding ceremony for the women in the plus 78 kilo category now. Here's Annette Byrne with a rundown of the medal winners.
So the two bronze medalists in the women heavyweight are Belkis Sarah Kaya of Turkey and Yasmin Kulps. Silver goes to Santa Pakanita of Lithuania. And gold goes to Svetlana Yaromka of the Ukraine.
Well, the refereeing director of the IJF, Bent Achilles, hands out the medals. Just time enough to remind you that we will be back on the 23rd and 24th of May when we bring you live action from the IJF Masters in Rabat in Morocco.
Yes.
Should be a nice one. That's the next live judo on the IJF World Tour.
Now the national anthem of the Ukraine.
We've got one more awarding ceremony to bring you after this. Belkis Kaya, Yasmin Kulps were bronze medalists. Santa Pakanita was the gold medalist. Svetlana Yaromka took the gold medal. We'll show you some highlights now before we bring you the last of the awarding ceremonies. Agreed on the player of the day, I think.
I think yes, Sheldon. And I think we go with Lucia Steenhuis, the Dutch player. If you have a look at her draw, at her day, The first fight, she bet the Olympic silver medalist from London, Gemma Gibbons. Then she bet her teammate, Mahinde Verkerk.
World champion in 2009.
Yeah. Then in the semi-final, she bet Kerstin Thiele, the German.
Silver medalist at Olympic Games in 2012.
Yes. And in the final, she bet the Japanese Ogata Akari.
World silver medalist in 2011 and bronze medalist in 2010. That is not bad.
Good test. Yeah.
Mr. Floyd, Daniel Nasta. Bronze medalist for Georgia, Levani Matiashvili. And for Russia, Andrei Volkov.
So, the two bronze medalists, Levani Matiashvili of Georgia and Andrei Volkov of Russia. Silver goes to Roy Meyer of the Netherlands. Here he is. And gold goes to the Hungarian Borbana.
And just once more to let you know that we will bring you live coverage of the IJF Masters from Rabat in Morocco. That's on the 23rd and 24th of May. We look forward to your company then. Thank you for taking the time to join us at the Grand Slam in Baku. But from everyone here in the broadcast studio, Annette Berm and myself, it's bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.